Hi everyone, it's Olivia Lux from season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Today I'm recreating my Fascinator look. It's the mad scientist. I'm so excited. It's such a fun look. The liquid mercury just exploding on my face. So watch me go from this to this. Ooh. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is shave. It's been a few days since I have done drag. It's time to shave this facial hair off. I'll be right back. All right, so I am going to moisturize. I also like to apply the product right to my skin. I don't like to put it on my hands because then you're like losing out on product. And this stuff is expensive. Now that you're all moisturized and primed, I'm gonna start going in. I first start off with brows. You basically wanna look like a blank canvas before you do anything else. And I take a little spoolie like this. I'm just gonna brush against first. I like to keep my boy brows. I usually just like shave like this portion off. When we're doing drag, I just block them all the way up to like that point. You're gonna brush them up so you're gonna look like, you know, the Grinch for a moment. Okay, she's getting flat. When I started like drag makeup, that was the first thing I wanted to achieve. Like, how do I do brows? It's like one of the hardest things to do because you wanna make sure you get it right. I literally just lick my finger and then smooth out the edges. Now that I have the first coat done, I go in and work on some other things so they can dry, and then I go in with the second coat. I like to color correct. Color correcting is just making everything even before you go in with other things on top of it. This is the part where you look a little crazy. I actually just recently started color correcting under the eye and kind of living for that moment. Get it and live. I'm just blending it out now. I don't clean my brushes after every single time that I do makeup. I liked a good lived-in brush so I know what I'm working with. And that's okay, you know. I'm gonna clock myself before y'all clock me, how about that? All right, now I'm gonna go in with powder. This is where it gets real messy real quick. I look crazy. Now we're gonna do another coat of the eyebrows just to make sure that they don't move and they don't play around. I found this amazing product that's like a medical adhesive, basically. It's great, and it dries also really quickly. Okay, we're almost there. Again, just flatten it out. Y'all were gonna just let me lick it and flatten it out with the powder on my hand? Now I'm just gonna dust off this excess powder because she's not gonna live there. Now we're gonna go in with foundation. I start off with my highlight color. I also put hot breath on it. Now we're gonna blend her out. And you can always add more, but you can't take away. So I always try to start off at a base level and then build it up. Now I'm gonna go in with an even lighter color to highlight places. We're starting to come together when you're painting your face and you know, you're running around in New York for a show and you're getting ready and this, that, and the other thing is happening. It's such a great relief to know, okay, I know I can do my like go-to face at any time. The confidence level has definitely increased. But I use pretty much all the same products. There's always a different way how to do it. When I first started makeup, every single time I was doing my face, I was trying out something different. Different eye shape, different brow shape, different complexion product. Then from there, I kind of found the Olivia face. We're highlighted and we're gonna go in now with a deeper shade and blend that out and be all cute. That was the base color, so I put that all around. Now I'm doing a little bit of contour. Cream contour really helps, especially for a brown queen. It helps the colors just be there already. So when you're going in and trying to knock the color back into your skin at the very end after the powders, it's so much easier. I am gonna put powder to lock it all in. It's gonna get really messy. Another thing, when I first started drag, everything was a little bit more subtle. The same face, but now it's a little bit more exaggerated because I'm not like afraid to use the products. Okay, actually I'm gonna dust this off a little, just so it's a little easier for me later on. So not everything is highlighted, just the places I want highlighted. Yeah, finding the right complexion products is one of the hardest things to do, foundations or whatever. And I had a lot of great drag sisters in New Jersey, sisters of color, that really helped me find my shade. So we've achieved it, the egg phase, right? Now I'm going to go in and do the brows while everything else is baking in the oven. When I have my brows on, I feel like the only woman. I just make sure that the top part looks very clean. The bottom part, you're gonna go in and cut anyway. We laid down the blueprint for the brows, and now we're gonna cut it underneath. It's gonna be the moment. You'll see. Bam. You see that? Yes! It's also one of those moments where I make the weirdest faces where you're like doing it and you're like. Okay, I blend out the white with my finger. It's like warm, so I guess the product likes warmth. I'm not a scientist, I just dress up like a woman. Also, I take these brows all the way back. Y'all said y'all wanted eyebrows. Now we can start playing with eyeshadow. Today I'm doing a smoky green eye, like slime colored. I'm gonna first go in with a lighter shade because it's just easier to blend out. I like to do what's called a halo eye. The highest point is the center of the lid, and then the inner and the outer are like kind of like smoky. So it gives the effect of like large eyes. Ooh, I can see it, slime green. And blending is so important. That's one of the biggest mistakes I made early on. Always feeling like I had to dip into the product, when in reality, there's a lot of products already there, and you can just blend that out. Weirdly, I'm taking yellow. I find that when I mix yellow in with like greens, it just creates like a little bit of a lighter green. You see that? That gives it that little pop. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing something when I use this yellow. So I'm going in with a deeper color now to really define the greens. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. We have this slime green moment going on here on the eyes. We're getting there, y'all, we're getting there. So let's go in with the liner now. Child, I got 3 of these over here. I should probably throw out the ones that have nothing in them, but I always forget to. Yes! To transition from liner to glitter, because I always use glitter. So I take a little bit of that black shadow and just blend it out. So it looks almost like it's smoked out. And take a little and just put that in that little corner. I love glitter. I use glitter on every single one of my eyes, so this is a fun step. Okay, so I'm going in with the glitter glue first because you can't just go in with glitter. It's gonna fall everywhere. So you put down the glue. I like to make a little shape that kind of looks like a cut crease, but it's still like a halo. In the world of makeup and drag queens, you can always hide something with glitter. So if you messed up on the liner a little, you know, the eyeshadow really isn't all that, you can always like put some glitter over it and it's gonna be sparkly and pretty and no one will even notice. That's cute. She's cute. She's getting there. Green, serene, supreme. See, this is how I lose time when I'm getting ready. Getting too excited. I'm brushing away this glitter now because we don't want her to stay. It's a cute moment if you were doing something like, you know, avant-garde, but no. Now I'm gonna go in and do this little inner corner thing. Very like smoky cat eye. Okay, time to give some love into the rest of the face. I go in with the light powder, so I'm gonna do that right now. Now that I kick some color back into my skin, I'm gonna go even deeper and we're gonna do contour. Now that we contoured, it's time for highlighter. Candy Muse really got me onto highlighter. I watched her do it one day and she was like, try this. And now I cannot get enough of highlighter. She even packs it on with a big brush, a big boy like this. And I started to do that too, and I'm like, oh my God. So we have the highlighter down. Now we're gonna go in with bronzer and blushes. It's really gonna help with marrying the contour and the highlights together so it looks like all one big beautiful cheek. I am gonna set my entire face, and while I have it a little bit dewy, I like to go in with another coat of highlighter because you can't have too much highlighter. Right now, I like to go back in and just zhuzh up the brows because we did so many complexion products around it and powders and stuff. We're gonna do the lips now. I really wanted to make sure I was pushing myself and doing like different types of makeup. So why not a purple lip? The color is on. To lock her in, I'm gonna go in with a purple eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna pat that on to give it more dimension. Now, last up with the lips, I'm going to put a clear gloss over them. Okay, so we have the gloss on, first lashes, and then the fun part. Now we have our lashes on. She's feeling like a full woman fluttering in the wind. We are gonna do the liquid Mercury now, and it just comes up all the way up over here. So I'm just gonna kind of go for it. This silver liquid Mercury moment, basically it's like a theatrical type of makeup that kind of just like adheres to the skin. It's hard for it to first get on there, but let me tell you, there is nothing like trying to get this mess off after in the shower. It stays on for days. I felt like I had silver leaf all up in everything for like weeks after. It's kind of cool to get the texture, so if it comes off a little, it kind of is like cool. Put a little bit more setting spray. It's also important to leave room because there will be like the wig and the entire Fascinator moment. Okay, she's there. The Mercury, the slime green eye, and this latex purple lip. Now I'm just gonna put on the entire rest of the look and come right back and give you that full mad scientist fantasy. And there she is, the completed Fascinator Mad Scientist look. I had so much fun recreating this look for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And be sure to follow me on social media at the Olivia Lux. I'll see you soon.
Look over here, the Drag Race YouTube channel is always bringing amazing content, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing.